Gotcha.
Maybe. I think I should be. I think I should be free to go. You want to come in, Frank?
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Beyond Boundaries Therapy Services, Border States Electric, the Fargo Jet Center, First International Bank and Trust, Forum Communications, Luther Family Buick GMC, Moore Engineering, Network Center, Off the Wall Advertising, Robert Gibb and Sons, St. Sophie's Psychiatric Center, Sanford Health, and Shields.
From McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota, good evening, everyone. I'm Andy Simon alongside Ben Osley as we get set for North Dakota High School basketball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Grand Forks Central Knights. Basketball on Shanley TV is presented by the Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. We have an exciting game for you tonight. Stay tuned and we will return shortly, right after this message from our Deacon partners.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Beyond Boundaries Therapy Services, Border States Electric, the Fargo Jet Center, First International Bank and Trust, Forum Communications, Luther Family Buick GMC, More Engineering, Network Center, Off the Wall Advertising, Robert Gibb and Sons, St. Sophie's Psychiatric Center, Sanford Health, and Shields.
And welcome back to McCormick Gymnasium. Thank you for tuning in once again. And once again, I'm Andy Simon, joined alongside Ben Osley as we get ready here for the Knights to take on the Deacons. And Ben, going into this game, who are some players you're really looking out for on really both sides, both teams?
Well, Andy, for the Grand Forks Central Knights, look no further than their big fella, Mason Grabseth, their leading scorer and rebounder for the team. He is the facilitator down low. And Sam Strandell, forward and guard, who is 6'3", he can also put the ball into the basket. For the Deacons, their two leading scorers are Emma Kenny and Braden DeKaiser, and both of them have had pretty great games to open the season. Both teams coming off of losses, Grand Forks Central to Thompson, and the Deacons to Fargo South.
Yeah, and I remember we were talking earlier before the game how both these teams have two great players, but they're kind of lacking that one extra piece that they need to set up kind of a big three to help power them through some of these tough games that they've had so far. So it'll be interesting to see going into this season if anyone for both the Knights and the Deacons can really step up and take that third part in the trilogy of players, if you will. So we get set for tip-off here. It'll be Mason Grabseth as well as Connor Kraft will be taking the tip for the Deacons and the Knights. As both teams get set to go here. Kraft will win the tip-off, and it'll go back to his brother, Tyler Kraft. Kraft dribbling around a little bit. You'll find DeKaiser outside the arc. Kaiser tries to drive in, steps back, will drive in once again. Goes up for a layup, and that will not go, but it'll be Connor Kraft with the rebound. He will go down, and there will be a travel called on Connor Kraft.
That was a great rebound by Connor Kraft, but he jumped up, landed a little awkwardly, and he wasn't able to keep his footing. Great effort, though.
Excellent effort to go up and go be aggressive for that ball. As Love will take this for the Knights. He'll pass over to Lorenz. Lorenz out to Strandell, and Strandell, that ball will go down to Mason Grabseth in the paint. Grabseth fighting for a nice shot. He'll get one up, and that will not go. That'll be Strandell on the rebound, moving the ball around. That will be no good. Shot taken by Barbeau. That'll be Grabseth once again on the rebound, and his shot will not go.
Grabseth getting a lot of opportunities underneath the basket, putting a lot of effort on the offensive boards.
Yeah, he's really working the Deacon defenders down there as he's, like you said, going up for the boards and also going up for those layups. This will be Connor Kraft with the shot, will not go. DeKaiser with the rebound. DeKaiser goes up for two, and that will go as we get our first points of the game here tonight.
A little bit of a right-handed floater there by DeKaiser, getting it off the backboard. Great play.
Yeah, and there's one of your players to watch, Braden DeKaiser. That'll be a common sight we see here tonight, him going up for those nice layups and even some shots, some jump shots inside and outside the arc. As Barbeau will take it, and that ball will be lost. Grabseth recovers it right before it goes over the back. This will be Love taking it. Love driving in. He'll pass it out to Strandell. Strandell back out to Lorenz. That will be Barbeau, and that shot will not go. And Emma Kenny will push the ball up to DeKaiser. Kaiser with it outside the arc. He'll pass it into the younger Kraft, and that will be good for 2. Connor Kraft, adds the extra 2 points, making the score now 4-0 in favor of the Deacons. This will be Barbeau with the ball outside the arc as he passes it to Strandell. Strandell out to Love. Will go back to Barbeau. Barbeau down to Gravseth. Gravseth's trying to drive in once again on Connor Kraft, and that layup will be good.
Feed him down low. He's a big player for their team, and he needs to get going early.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before he got his first couple points up on the board there. As like we've been saying, he's been very aggressive down low for the night so far. Kenny with the ball, looking for an option. Kraft will set the screen, and it'll be a nice pick and roll to Kraft. Kraft out to the Kaiser. The Kaiser driving in. And that shot will not go, and Gravseth comes down with the rebound. That'll be Love pushing up for the Knights. Love back out to Gravseth. Pump fakes a 3. That'll go out to Barbeau. Barbeau's shot will not go, as it'll be Love once again with the ball. Love trying to drive in, and that shot will not count, as there will be a foul. See who the foul is on. And that will go against Emmett Kenny, number 14 of the Deacons.
Both teams doing a very good job with ball movement, finding the open shot. Central just hasn't been able to put the 3 in from the corner.
And speaking of 3s, Love takes 3, and that will not go. Emmett Kenny pushing the ball up. Finds Erholtz outside the arc. Erholtz trying to drive in, and that will not go, as we will have another foul on the play.
That was a great shot by Erholtz. Off balance, swishing that thing in there. Good job.
So Erholtz will now pass it in for the Deacons. He will find Connor Kraft. Kraft into his brother Tyler for the easy layup. Another 2 points. The score now 6-2 in favor of the Deacons. This will be Love taking the ball up once again. Love looking for an option. He'll find Barbeau. Barbeau looking, he will get out to Lorenz. Lorenz over to Love once again. And Gravseth will end up with the ball again, trying to push down low. He tries to go for a shot. That will not go. Looks like we'll have another foul on the play. And that will go against Connor Kraft of the Deacons. So Gravseth now taking 2 shots from the line.
Deacons are doing a pretty good job on defense.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of so far locking down Gravseth. He's been very dangerous. He's been very aggressive, getting those rebounds in, putting shots up. And Gravseth's first.
Seems like they're running a little bit of a zone 2 with, guys open in the corner for 3.
And Gravseth will go 1 for 2 on that round of rebounds. Tyler Kraft pushing the ball up, looking for an option. We'll give it out to Kenny. Kenny back over to Kraft. Kraft trying to look low for his younger brother, but he will end up with the Kaiser. Kaiser out to Erholtz. Erholtz for 3. No good off the back of the rim. And that will go off of Barbeau of the Knights, so it will stay with Shanley.
That was a great find by Braden to Kaiser, going from underneath the basket and finding the open Erholtz.
Yeah, and that was a nice shot by Erholtz. Too bad just a little too much sauce on it as it hits the back of the inside rebound, or back of the inside rim. This will be Tyler Kraft with the ball. Gives it out to Kaiser. Kaiser for 3. And that will not go and will go out of bounds, giving the Knights the possession. So neither team so far has had much success with that 3-pointer. We've seen a lot of shots from both teams, but so far I don't think anyone's made a 3 yet. This will be Love pushing the ball fast. Love out to Barbeau. Barbeau looking for an option. And they'll find Lorenz. Lorenz with it. Down into Gravseth once again. Gravseth looking like he wants to drive, and he will. But there will be a travel called on Gravseth as he makes his way down low, so the ball will go to the Deacons.
Right idea, but sometimes as a big man, you start to pitter-patter those feet a little bit, causing the travel.
Yeah, it's easy to get a little over-aggressive, a little overexcited, as we've seen him very excitable down low so far, very aggressive. And DeKaiser will come down with the ball. He'll pass it out to Connor Kraft. Kraft over to Tyler Kraft. Kraft for 3. That will go. The first 3-pointer of the night. Your score now, Deacons 9, Knights 3.
A little bit of a contest there. With the contest in the hand, just perfect shot by Kraft.
Yeah, so far the Kraft brothers have done a great job of moving the ball around, especially to each other. So you see Connor Kraft getting the ball down low a little more, but he'll find his way to his older brother, Tyler. This will be Barbeau for 3, and he will answer Kraft immediately.
And those are going to be keys to the game. Which team's going to be able to hit the open 3? Neither team's a great three-point shooting team.
This will be Tyler Kraft once again for 3, and he will hit it from way downtown. So he answers the answer to himself, giving the Deacons the 6-point lead here.
Yeah, that was a deep 3, a little bit of a heat check right there. Great shot.
This will be Barbeau with the ball. Barbeau looking to drive in. DeKaiser tightly guarding him. He'll give it out to Love. Love dribbling the ball around a little bit. Love will try and drive, but he'll be tripped up by Connor Kraft. DeKaiser with the ball on a bit of a 2-on-1 here with Kraft, and Connor Kraft will get the layup. And Love will push the ball back once again for the Knights. Love out to Strandell, excuse me. Strandell to Lorenz, and Lorenz back to Barbeau. Barbeau to Love. Love looking for a nice jump shot, and he will hit it.
Yeah, jump shot off the screen. Great design play there by Grand Forks Central.
Yeah, both these teams so far are doing a great job of opening up opportunities for each other. We've seen a couple pick and rolls. We've seen a couple good assists. So far, great offense by both teams. As the casual pass off to Connor Kraft. Kraft out to Landon Oden. Oden's shot will go. Another three-pointer for the Deacons.
They must have heard what I said about their three-point shooting because they're on fire right now.
Looks like we had a bit of a reverse announcer jinx. Don't see too many of those. As this will be Lorenz dribbling around Tyler Kraft. Lorenz trying to find Strandell. Strandell out to Barbeau. Barbeau to Love. Love driving in. That will be good. Great defense there by the Kaiser, but even better offense by Love to drive in and get that nice two-pointer. We'll see Kenny with the ball outside, trying to drive in after a nice screen by Connor Kraft. But there will be a foul on the shot, so Kenny will go to the line for 2 here.
Yeah, great job by Kenny drawing the contact, forcing himself into the guy, and getting the foul call.
And not only a great job by Kenny on that play, but Connor Kraft did a great job of noticing that open space down low and allowing Kenny to get in there by giving him a screen. Kenny's first free throw will go.
And both teams really like to get to the free throw line. And if you can get to the free throw line and make your shots, you'll have a really good chance of winning games.
Yeah, that was one thing that we saw last year a lot was the Deacons and a lot of the opponents they played were spending a lot of time on the free throw line, but the percentage wasn't always up there, so this will be Love driving the ball down for the Knights. Love out to Lorenz. Lorenz finding Grafseth once again. Grafseth trying to drive again. Looks like there will be a foul called here. Looks like it'll be on Matthew Holstein of the Deacons.
Yeah, Grafseth is just really strong in that post, but he's been shut down for the most part in this game so far.
Yeah, both teams so far have done a great job of playing tight defense. We'll see Walken with the ball outside the arc. He'll pass it over to Barbeau. Barbeau driving in. A nice little play there as Barbeau will get the easy layup. This will be Kenny taking the ball down for the Deacons. Kenny looking for someone, finding Tyler Kraft. Kraft up for a jumper. Deep 2 will not go. This will be Love driving the ball down for the Knights once again. Looking for a few options. And he will find, that'll be Strandell. Strandell back out to Love. Love's shot will not go. Rebound by the Deacons as it'll be Landon Oden driving down. Nice pass to Matthew Holstein. There will be a foul on the play.
Great ball movement by Shanley, getting it to Holstein.
Yeah, not only are they moving the ball around well, but they're moving around quick. They're getting down there, finding opportunities almost instantly. This will be Matthew Holstein for his first free throw. That will go.
Yeah, the pace of play has been very fast. Both teams running to get to the other side of the court.
Yeah, that's one thing we see a lot in high school basketball is a lot of fast pace, a lot of energy from these young players. As Holstein's second free throw will not go, but that'll be Pollard on the rebound. The ball will come back out to Emmett Kenny. Kenny looking for Matthew Holstein on the pick and roll. Nice job by Jack Pollard on keeping the ball in, but it will go to the Knights. It'll be Gravseth down low, and he will get the two-pointer.
That's just unlucky. Great hustle play by Pollard, and then it just gets pushed all the way down the floor to a wide-open Gravseth.
It'll be Landon Oden with the ball. Landon back out to Kenny. Kenny looking for three, contested. That will not go. Matthew Olstein will not come down with the rebound. It'll be Love instead. Love driving in fast. He tries to get out to Gravseth, but passes just a little over his head.
Yeah, they're just going really fast on that pace of game, and that led to the turnover.
Yeah, they do not seem to be showing any signs of slowing down. Both teams just keeping that constant high-effort pace. This will be Kenny taking the ball for the Deacons.
And you can really tell all that conditioning they did in the first week of practice is really paying off right now.
Yeah, that's one thing we hear a lot about the Deacon practices is a lot of conditioning, not only in basketball, but really all sports. As Gravseth's two-pointer will not go in. Oden taking the ball down. Oden making some fancy moves around some players. We'll get the pass out to Pollard. Pollard for three. That will not go as it rolls out of the rim. That will go off the Knights and will stay with the Deacons.
That was a really nice pass by Landon Oden right there to get it to Pollard. Just in and out. But
Yep.
always finding the open man, that is the key in these games.
Oden out to DeKaiser. DeKaiser trying to drive in. Contested for two. Will not go as that bounces in and out. So Love taking it for the Knights. Trying to make some moves around Tyler Kraft. And he will connect with Lorenz. Lorenz tightly guarded by DeKaiser. That'll be Whalen with the ball outside the arc. Back over to Love. And now down to Gravseth. Gravseth's trying to pass over to Lorenz. Lorenz for three, and that will go.
Yeah, great pass by Gravseth in the post. Not getting much separation from Kraft and just finding the wide open man.
Yeah, Grand Forks Central has done a great job of cutting down this lead as at one point it was about 6 to 7 points, I believe, and now it was 2, now back up to 5 after DeKaiser hits that 3. So Love tightly guarded by Tyler Kraft. That'll be Whalen outside the arc. Whalen over to Lorenz. Lorenz back out to Gravseth. Gravseth trying to drive, tightly guarded by Connor Kraft. That'll be Love for three, and that will go. So the three-pointers just continue to rain down here.
I'm pretty sure they heard what I said about their three-point shooting.
I agree with you there. Ever since you said that, both teams have really been on fire outside the arc. Not missing many threes. As DeKaiser has it outside the arc, looking for a few options. Connor Kraft will set the screen. Kaiser out to Pollard. Pollard for three, and that will not go. Lorenz on the rebound. Lorenz taking it up for the Knights. Trips up a little bit, will get the ball over to Gravseth. Gravseth out to Love. Love trying to drive in, but Jack Pollard playing tight defense on him. And there will be a little confusion here. It looks like they initially called a foul, but the Deacons bench has kind of argued that.
Yeah, it looked like the first ref called charge, and then the other one overruled him. That was a hard collision in the block.
Timeout taken here by the Knights, but yeah, interesting play there. Just looked like, I believe it was Gravseth was trying to drive in as quick as he could, but looks like two Deacon defenders got a little tangled up, and yeah, we got two different calls from the refs here. And just a little plug for the donations here, folks. If you've enjoyed watching our Shanley TV broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you're interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your continued support of Shanley TV. So we get back to action here after that little confusion on the court and the timeout taken by the Knights. So the ball will stay with the Knights.
Pretty even game so far. Both teams shooting lights out from three-point range.
Yeah, both teams look evenly matched in pretty much every category. Both teams are playing good defense, but at the same time, both offenses are kind of firing on all cylinders. They're finding lanes, shooting threes. They're pretty much doing it all. As we love for another three, that will not go as he is tightly guarded by Emmett Kenny. As we land in Odin up to Kenny. Kenny looking for Airholtz. Airholtz back to Kenny. Kenny trying to drive in. He'll take a deep two. That will not go. Rebound by Strandell. This will be Strandell taking it down as he'll pass it to Love. That'll be Love out to Walken. Walken out to Lorenz. It'll be Strandell outside the arc once again. Kind of looks like he wants to shoot there, but doesn't quite take it. This will be Love out to Lorenz. Lorenz for three, and that will not go. Connor Kraft comes up for the rebound, but the pass will be a little over the head of Emmett Kenny, and Lorenz will come up with it. This will be Love driving in. Nice little step there, but will not go. So Airholtz now driving the ball as he tries to, he looks for Jack Pollard, but that will be disrupted by the Knights.
Seems like both teams are just rushing on these last few possessions.
Yeah, both these teams have kind of had the ball for a little bit, then made a little mistake and given the ball to the other team, and definitely want to watch those little errors going forward to run a tight ship. As I'm not sure.
Looks like a jump ball.
Yeah.
That looked a little painful. He landed really hard on his hip. I think that was Love. Landed on the ball. Hard collision.
Yeah, those are some of the things you really got to look out for. Is we see that a lot in basketball. People just coming down a bit too hard. And good thing no one was injured on that play, but we've seen that before. So Kenny with the ball. He'll pass it back to Carter Jagger. That'll be Connor Kraft out to Dylan Airholtz. Airholtz outside the arc. Back to Jagger. And Kenny will end up once again. Kenny looks for Jack Pollard for a three. That will not go. This will be Lorenz. Lorenz with a deep pass to Strandell. Strandell trying to go up, but that will be tightly guarded by Jack Pollard. Pollard with Jagger. Jagger for three. That will not go.
Both teams starting to cool off a little bit here.
This will be Love with the ball. Out to Strandell. Strandell out to Barbeau, excuse me. And Lorenz will end up with it, tightly guarded by Jagger. As Love will get the ball once again. Love out to Barbeau. Barbeau kind of looking to take a shot, but will not take one. Gives it out to Lorenz. Lorenz's pass will be disrupted by Airholtz, and he'll give it right down to Jagger for an easy layup. Another two-pointer for the Deacons. So looks like the Knights kind of slowing down a little bit here on offense. Strandell with the ball outside the arc. Out over to Gravseth. Back out to Love. Love trying to drive in. He'll take a nice jumper, and that will not go. That'll be Strandell on the rebound, back out to Love. Love for Lorenz. Lorenz out to Barbeau. Tightly guarded by Airholtz. And that pass looks like it will be off a Deacon defender and will stay with the Knights. Excuse me, there'll be a foul on Connor Kraft. So 5 fouls for the Deacons here. Just under 4 minutes, rather, left in the first half.
And they've done a good job of limiting the fouls while playing really tight defense. I'm impressed with that.
Yeah, that was another thing that we saw a lot last year was the Deacons would get into a lot of foul trouble, especially with almost 2 to 3 minutes left in the first half. So yeah, like you said, it's good to see them limiting those, keeping it to 5. Still have a little breathing room before the before the bonus. As Love's layup will not go. Rebound by Kraft over to Kaiser. Kaiser finding Kraft. Kraft with a nice little dish right at the rim there as he goes over a Knights defender. So Love with it once again out to Lorenz. Lorenz to Strandell. Strandell looking for an option. He'll find Gravseth down low. Gravseth looking to drive. Kraft playing tight defense, and that layup will not go. Carter Jagger pushing the ball fast down for the Deacons. He'll go in for the drive, but that layup will not go in. Rebound by Gravseth. It'll be Love pushing the ball once again. Love out to Barbeau. Barbeau to Strandell, excuse me. And Gravseth will get it down low once again, looking to drive. And that will not go as more tight defense played by Connor Kraft down low. Kenny will get the ball, tries to go up for a nice underhand layup, but will get the foul and will go to the line for 2.
That was a great Euro step by Kenny, and he drew the foul. It seems like Central's trying to slow their pace down, and Shanley's just continuing to run full sprints back and forth across the court.
Yeah, as we see Love taking the ball down for the Knights, he kind of likes to take his time a little bit getting over half court. But yeah, like you said, as soon as the Deacons get the ball, they're just going pedal to the metal all the way down the court as fast as they can.
Seems like they're wiping the floor here.
Yeah, a little break here as we await the refs to finish wiping the floor a bit.
Yeah, it seems like the Deacons are getting a lot of their points in that transition period.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of fast breaks or with 1-on-0, 2-on-1 situations like that. And Kenny's first free throw will go in. We'll get some subs here for the Knights. Looks like we'll have Verez subbing. And Kenny's second free throw will go as well. So this will be Verez. Nice press there by Carter Jagger. Verez will push through it, out to Lorenz. Lorenz will find Strandell. Strandell back out to Verez. Verez trying to drive. He'll find Gravseth. Gravseth outside the arc. Almost looked like he was going to take a 3 there. But Strandell will take it and drive. And he will be called with a travel before he can complete the pass out to Gravseth.
Right idea, but just once again rush the feet a little bit, causing the travel.
So it'll be Emmett Kenny taking the ball up for the Deacons. We'll find Carter Jagger. Jagger looking for an option. Tight defense there by Verez. We'll find out. We'll pass the ball out to Connor Kraft. Kraft down to Kaiser. His shot will not go. This will be Lorenz up to Barbeau. Barbeau scanning the court. Looks like he's trying to find Gravseth, but he will give it out to Strandell. Strandell over to Verez. Verez down low to Gravseth. Gravseth trying to drive once again. And he will get the 2-pointer there.
Yeah, just showing off his strength right there. But he's been mostly held in check all night.
Yeah, not often we've seen him really just power completely through the defense. A lot of times we'll see tight defense, usually by Connor Kraft down low. But yeah, big, strong guy, likes to find his way down in the paint. And as we see there, will pay off for a nice 2-pointer. So Lorenz now, pass it over to Verez. Carter Jagger playing tight defense on Verez. That'll be to Kaiser pushing it away, but will not quite be able to keep it in bounds.
Boy, the Deacons' defensive energy right now is really showing here in this last minute.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of steals, takeaways, and I think that just contributes to the energy that we've been talking so much about. Is they'll get the ball after a nice, quick little steal, and that'll just keep the momentum going as they push it down the court for a 1-on-0 or a 2-on-1. This will be Verez taking a pass half court, and there will be a foul called on Carter Jagger.
And that's when your defense gets a little too aggressive, a little bit too much energy there, but good idea.
So it'll be Verez on Jagger once again. Verez out to Lorenz. Lorenz looking for an option. He'll find Strandell. Strandell trying to drive in. That pass will get past him, but they will get it, as they will say it was tipped by the Deacons. This will be Barbeau outside the arc. Barbeau trying to drive in. He'll pass it out to Gravseth. Gravseth for 3, and that will go.
Little pick and pop for the big guy.
Yeah, we always love to see those guys who are a little more prominent down in the paint take shots outside the arc and especially make them. Always adds a little spice to the game, as Carter Jagger will try to answer, and he will not. Rebound by Strandell. Strandell out to Barbeau. Barbeau for 3, and that will not go. And they will say that is off Gravseth, as Gravseth and Jager were kind of in a battle for that rebound. So just 4 seconds left here. See if the Deacons can maybe get a shot off here before halftime. They'll give it into Tyler Kraft, back to Kenny. Kenny will go up for the three, and that will not go off the back of the rim. So far going into halftime, the Deacons 28 and the Knights 25. Ben, what are some takeaways so far that we've seen on both teams in this first half?
Well, both teams are playing great defenses, and Shanley, those last few minutes of the first half, they were just really pushing the aggressiveness. And I would also say that, you know, some of my key players, Emma Kenny and Strandell, haven't really gotten going yet. So look for them to bounce back here in the second half.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many single players who kind of get high, get a lot of the points. A lot of it's more of a team effort so far here, as we've seen points from kind of all over the roster. But are there anything you think that either team really needs to change going into the second half to maybe keep a lead or to gain a lead? What do you think?
Well, I think for Central, I think they need to, you know, slow the game down a little bit, and maybe a little bit for Shanley too, but they've been pretty successful in transition going quickly, so I don't expect them to change that.
Yeah, like you said, they've had a lot of success so far with that fast pace that they really like to use. But, yeah, again, the Knights, they kind of like to slow things down. But, I mean, who really knows what they need to do going into the second half? That's for the coach to decide, not us up here in the booth. But thanks for sticking around, or rather stick around for the second half, as we'll go on a little break here. But we'll be back shortly for the second half and the rest of this North Dakota high school basketball action.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Beyond Boundaries Therapy Services, Border States Electric, the Fargo Jet Center, First International Bank and Trust, Forum Communications, Luther Family Buick GMC, Moore Engineering, Network Center, Off the Wall Advertising, Robert Gibb and Sons, St. Sophie's Psychiatric Center, Sanford Health, and Shields.
And before we start the second half, remember folks, Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathleticlub.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you are not one already. It's easy to become a member and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club taking Deacon Athletics to a higher level. So as we return to action here, Deacons will turn over the ball. That will be Love, I believe, coming down with it over to Lorenz. Lorenz taking it down. He'll pass it back to Love. Love scanning the court here. It'll be kind of a double screen set up by the Knights. They'll pass it out to Barbeau. Barbeau for three, and that will be good.
And that's a great start to the half for Central. Already knotting it up at 28.
And that'll be Tyler Kraft here for a deep three. That will not go. Love with the rebound. Love over to Lorenz. Lorenz to Strandell. Strandell is looking for Barbeau. We'll end up passing back out to Love. And the Knights will set up the double screen once again, and Love will pass it out to Barbeau. Out to Lorenz. Lorenz kind of looking like he wanted to take a shot there for a second. Love will take it outside the arc now. Back over to Strandell. Shot clock running down. It'll be Love who has to take a three. Now will not quite go. Almost banks it in. It'll be Gravseth coming back up with the rebound. But there will be a jump ball, and the ball will stay with the Knights.
Great hustle by Gravseth getting to the ball and forcing the jump ball. That's a huge play.
Excuse me, there will be a foul against the Deacons here.
And that's a big foul on Kraft as well. He's been the facilitator in the paint so far on defense.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose Kraft from foul troubles. He's been a huge presence down low. There'll be a double dribble called on Strandell. So the Deacons will get the ball back after that foul.
He's been held in check this game. He needs to get going here in the second half.
Braden DeKaiser with a nice jumper. That will not go. Gravseth with the rebound. Pass it up to Love. Love looking for some options. The Knights setting up that double screen once again with Gravseth and Strandell. This will be Lorenz with the ball. And Gravseth will come down with it. Looking like he almost wants to drive in once again. Looking for his options. He'll try to drive a little bit. Pass out to Barbeau. Barbeau for three. That will not be good. This will be Holstein coming up with the rebound. Kenny looking for an option to pass here. Holstein trying to set up a screen, but he'll give it out to Tyler Kraft. Tyler Kraft trying to drive in. He'll give it to Holstein. Holstein out to DeKaiser, and DeKaiser for three. And that will be no good. Gravseth coming down with the rebound. Love pushing the ball up for the Knights. Love trying to get Strandell and Gravseth to set the double screen. It'll be Barbeau out to Lorenz. This will be Strandell driving in. That will not go. Holstein with the rebound up to DeKaiser. Kaiser looking to drive in here. He will lose the ball. That will be off the Knights and will stay with the Deacons.
Yeah, both teams with a little bit of a slow start. And what I've noticed is the Knights are taking the shot clock down to 10 seconds or below, and the Deacons are usually taking their shots pretty early in the shot clock. That's another thing to watch here.
Yeah, and that's kind of on par with what we were saying, how the Knights kind of like to slow down and take their time, but the Deacons just like to go, go, go and get things done as fast as they can. Kraft shot will not be good. He grabs up the rebound up to Barbeau. Barbeau's layup will go for two. So the Knights with, I believe, their first lead of the night.
Great find by Gravseth. Huge momentum shifter towards the Knights here.
And the Deacons will take a timeout here. I assume they're just trying to regroup here a little bit as the Knights have kind of come out swinging the second half, really shoving it to the Deacons on both sides of the ball so far.
And the Deacons are continuing their fast pace of play, and they haven't not hit a shot here in this half yet. And we're about 3 minutes in.
Yeah, so far in this half, I believe the Knights outscoring them, I think it's 4-0 thus far. And another reminder here, folks. Don't forget you can connect with Shanley TV on social media, get the latest updates about Shanley sports teams, plus reminders about upcoming broadcasts. Like our Facebook page today at facebook.com/ShanleyTV or follow us on Twitter at ShanleyTV. So we resume play here. Lorenz passing the ball into Love. Love taking it up. Will drive in, and he will get a layup for 2.
Good hard take right there by Love.
Yeah, and they just continue to keep pounding through this Deacon defense as DeKaiser will try to drive the ball in. Tries to go for a nice little reverse layup, and that will go. First points for the Deacons this half.
Huge way to stop the bleeding there by DeKaiser.
Yeah, and DeKaiser one of those players who, especially last year, once he got going, he could really get going, and he got hot and would start hitting shots, really come back for the Deacons, and that would be huge here as, like you were saying, the Knights have just come out with all this momentum. So it'd be Carter Jagger coming down. Cannot quite connect on the layup. Kraft fighting for the ball.
Looks like a foul on Jagger there. Great hustle by both teams, just trying to get to that ball.
Yeah, and that's one good thing that we've seen is that both teams have remained aggressive throughout the majority of the game, just always fighting for those little loose balls, staying a little scrappy. This will be Love taking it up, guarded closely by Hakeem. We'll pass it out to Lorenz. Lorenz down to Love. Love trying to dribble around a couple Deacon defenders. Nice little no-look pass out there. And that will be Evan Walken for the three-pointer.
And they're on a 10-2 run to start the second half. They're just on fire right now.
DeKaiser will lose the ball. Looks like a foul will be called. That will be on Lorenz of the Knights. So the Knights' first foul of the half.
And the Deacons just got to chip away at this lead. One possession at a time.
So the Kaiser looking for a lane to pass to. We'll find Kenny outside the arc. Kenny for 3. That will not go. Lorenz comes up with the rebound for the Knights and pass it over to Love. Love scanning the court. Pull up for 3. That will not go. He was trying to get a little screen there by Gravseth. This will be Emmett Kenny once again outside the arc. Connor Kraft with a nice little screen. Kenny for a deep jumper. That will not go. And that was Walken trying to come out for the rebound, but there will be Jack Pollard with the foul.
And the Deacons' aggressive play so far has already gotten them into 3 fouls. So foul trouble early here in the second half.
Yeah, we'll see if the bonus will be a factor late in this half, when that could be huge with only a 5-point difference between these two teams. So this will be Love pushing the ball up the court for the Knights. They'll set up the double screen here once again. They'll pass it out to Barbeau. Barbeau back to Love. Love trying to drive in, steps around to Kaiser. And that will be walking down to, I believe that is Whalen. Whalen's shot will not go. Hakeem on the rebound. And DeKaiser back out to Kenny. Kenny for 3, and that will not go.
He's had a lot of open looks today, but they just have not been falling.
This will be Barbeau. It looks like the foul will be called on Barbeau here. So the ball will come back to the Deacons. Emmett Kenny kind of slowing the pace down here a bit. Out to DeKaiser. Kaiser scanning the court, looking for somewhere to go. And it'll be Connor Kraft with the screen. DeKaiser for, looks like they will call that a 3, but it will not go. That'll be Hakeem on the rebound. Over to Kraft for the nice layup.
Great cut by Connor Kraft. He is playing in a great game defensively and offensively for Shanley today.
Yeah, Kraft has been a huge presence for on both sides of the ball for the Deacons so far tonight. This will be Walken out to Barbeau. Back out to Love. Back out to Barbeau and back to Walken. This will be Gravseth for 3 once again, but that one will not go. So the Deacons will get the ball back, and we're kind of seeing a little shift in play here as the Knights have gone a little cold on offense, but the Deacons are kind of starting to pick things up, slowing their pace down, making their shots.
Yeah, they're really just getting into their offense, and that's something they hadn't really been doing until basically now.
This will be Pollard for 3, and that will not go. Yeah, kind of going along with what you said, Shanley definitely has the talent to have a very successful offense, but they just haven't always clicked in the past. So when you see the little hints of them starting to click there, that's a great thing going forward. This will be Love, kind of trapped by some Deacon defenders, trying to drive in. And a foul will be called on the Deacons here.
Love's aggressiveness has been a huge factor in this game. Already another foul, and that's up to 4 here in the second half.
Yeah, so the Deacons kind of creeping on the bonuses door in favor of the Knights. This will be Love trying to drive in. He'll give it out to Barbeau. Barbeau for a deep 3. That one will not go. Nice rebound there by Connor Kraft. Up to DeKaiser, over to Hakeem. And looks like Hakeem's shot will not count.
And Hakeem adding, a new sense of energy since he's entered the game.
Yeah, and Hakeem, only a freshman. It's good to see some of those younger players getting those varsity minutes, but also just putting a lot of energy out on the court for them. That'll be Kraft for a nice jumper, and that will go.
Yeah, that's just a great shot by Kraft, even with the contest.
And this will be Love with the ball out to, I believe that's Barbeau. Barbeau out to Strandell. Strandell to Walken. And Hakeem will push the ball away, forcing Walken to retreat a bit there. Walken will get the ball back up to Strandell. Strandell trying to drive. Looks outside for Barbeau. DeKaiser almost steals that away from him. Shot clock expires. They have to get a shot off, but Barbeau's jumper will not go. This will be Jack Pollard trying to drive, but that ball will go out of bounds. And a quick correction here, Vuchiri Hakeem is actually a sophomore, not a freshman. My apologies for that mistake.
Wow, Jack Pollard, he tried to do a behind-the-back move there. That would have been a really cool move if he was able to pull it off, but it rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, he would have almost looked like vintage Rajon Rondo for the Celtics there, as he liked to make those nice, fancy little moves down low.
Yeah, showing a little ounce of Curry in him,
Always good to see some of these younger high school players trying to make those moves. Doesn't always work out, but it's still nice to see him having the courage to try something a little different, something a little fancier than what they're used to.
This game has really lived up to the hype. Both teams really good on defense, and they've been playing really well today.
Yeah, this has been a very evenly matched game. Both teams doing a great job, like you said, on both sides of the ball. And with the similar skill sets here, both kind of have players to match up with each other. Yeah, it's been a great competitive game so far. This will be Love taking the ball up the court for the Knights. Kenny gets around that double screen. And they will set the double screen once again. Love out to Lorenz. Lorenz over to Barbeau. Barbeau kind of makes DeKaiser miss a bit. Goes in for the layup. But that will be blocked by Braden DeKaiser. Excellent defense there. So Kenny over. Quick pass to Pollard. Pollard's shot will go. So the Deacons reclaiming the lead.
Momentum starting to shift towards the Deacons after that big block by DeKaiser.
Yeah, that's a lot of times what we see, those defensive plays that really provide that little spark that really the offense needs to get going. This will be Gravseth down low trying to drive in. Little sky hook there, but that will not go. Uchiri Hakeem on the rebound over to Kaiser. Kaiser almost looked like he wanted to take a 3, but he'll take a nice 2 instead. Will not go. Connor Kraft on the rebound. Rebound goes up for the layup, and that one will not go. DeKaiser puts it back and extends the Deacons' lead to 3 here. Excellent offensive play there by DeKaiser. This will be Love over to Lorenz. Lorenz down low to Gravseth. Gravseth looking to drive, unable to. Will hold it and drive. He'll go in for the 2. That will not go. Strandell on the rebound. And a foul will be called. Looks like that'll be on Jack Pollard.
Kraft playing really tough defense on Gravseth in the post. He just has not been able to get very easy shots up there.
Yeah, Connor Kraft is kind of doing it all for the Deacons down low in the paint here. He's doing a great job of containing Gravseth. He's doing a good job of rebounding on offense and putting up layups. He's doing really all they can ask for down low. And that'll be Strandell's first free throw. That will not go. His second one will not be good either. And there's once again Connor Kraft on the rebound. Kenny will take it up for the Deacons. Kenny looking for a pass lane here. Kraft with a little screen there for Kenny. Kenny trying to drive. He will go up and will get that nice little jump shot.
Wow, that was a tough shot by Kenny. Rising up with a little bit of a fade.
And Dylan Earholtz there kind of trying to take it away. Will be Lorenz over to Barbeau. Barbeau out to Love. Grafseth with a nice screen, and Love will take a jumper. Will not go. Connor Kraft once again on the rebound. Dylan Earholtz to pass up to Tyler Kraft. Back to Earholtz. And over to Kenny. Kenny looking to drive. Passes out to Connor Kraft, for three. Not quite able to go. And they will say that ball is out on Earholtz. So the ball will go to the Knights here.
So I think the Knights started on a 10-2 run to open in the half, and they have not scored since then.
This will be Lorenz outside the arc over to Strandell. Strandell over to Barbeau. Barbeau trying to drive. Nice defense there by Tyler Kraft. It'll be Lorenz trying to drive on Hakeem. Good help there by Connor Kraft, This will be Gravseth with the ball. Pass out to Love. Love trying to drive in. Out to Barbeau. Barbeau for three in the corner. And that will roll in and out of the rim.
What a pass by Love. A no-looker. And it just went in and out.
So this will be Kenny kind of continuing that slow pace momentum that we've seen later in the second half. Over to Earholtz. Earholtz for the layup. That will not go. Gravseth on the rebound. Over to Love. Love out to Lorenz. Lorenz for three. And that will be good. So the lead now only 2 for the Deacons.
That's another clutch three in this game for Lorenz. He's been playing very well.
Yeah, we've kind of seen those off and on players for the Knights so far. How they'll kind of make a three here and there, but not too consistent. But yeah, great effort there and great clutch shot, like you said, by Lorenz. There will be a foul called.
And that'll be 3 shots, so that's a big play in this game.
And Emmett Kenny so far fairly proficient on free throws. His first one will not go.
Both teams really needing a break on their legs. They've been sprinting pretty much this entire game.
Yeah, and we haven't seen a whole lot of subbing here for either teams. As right as I say it, we get Hakeem subbing in for the Deacons.
They've been really slowing the pace down, though, in the second half, and they've been playing a lot better.
Yeah, that's really paid off for the Deacons. They've kind of slowed down, let some plays develop, move the ball around, and get good shots. So it'll be Love over to Lorenz. Lorenz back to Love. Love looking for someone. Gravseth with a little screen. Love for three, and that will not go. Tyler Kraft on the rebound. Up to Earholtz. Earholtz breaking free a little bit there. Nice move there, but that layup will not go through. Connor Kraft on the rebound. Out to Emmett Kenny for three, and that will go. Big three-pointer there.
He's catching fire at the right time.
And the Knights will take a timeout here. Deacons extending their lead out to 7.
And let's talk about that move by Derholtz there. That was a really nice Euro. He just couldn't quite finish on it.
Yeah, that was sweet, nice little play there by Earholtz. Unfortunately, unable to put it through to complete the play. But, I mean, it did eventually contribute to Emmett Kenny with that clutch three outside the arc. But you do all you can for the team.
I think it was Connor Kraft who came up with the rebound, and then he was able to find Kenny in the corner. I mean, he's been everywhere for the Deacons in this game.
Yeah, Connor Kraft has been quite the utility player for the Deacons as he's been both prevalent on offense and defense down low in the paint, and we've even seen him take some deep shots and be able to make them. And once again, folks, if you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you're interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support of Shanley TV. As we see there, Lorenz's three-pointer will not go, and the Deacons come up with the rebound. Emmett Kenny now with the ball. Out to Tyler Kraft. Tyler Kraft for another deep three. That one will not go. Connor Kraft trying to get the rebound, good, but Gravseth will come up with it. And Gravseth trying to set a screen. Will not work, but Love will pass it out to Barbeau. Barbeau over to Strandell. Strandell trying to get around Airholtz. They'll pass out to Love, and then once again out to Barbeau. Back out to Love, and then over to Lorenz. Lorenz driving in, looking for a layup. That will not go, but he will get the foul and will go to the line for 2.
And he could have finished that, but he went up with the right hand instead of the left for that layup.
And now the Deacons at 6 fouls, only 1 away from giving the Knights the bonus. And that could be a big factor here if they can make a couple shots and keep the game close, as Lorenz will make his first free throw there.
Both teams have gotten up to sizable leads in the second half, and it's just about battling back, keeping the game close so you can get your shots in at the very end.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of momentum swings here, as we'll kind of see the Knights going to run, then we'll see the Deacons, and we'll see the Knights, and it's just continuing a little pattern here. So we'll see if that'll keep going and maybe contribute to the final score of this game. As Airholtz with the ball out to Connor Kraft, then over to Emmett Kenny. Kenny trying to drive, but he'll give it back to Connor Kraft. Connor Kraft for 2, unable to connect. That'll be Gravseth coming out the rebound, and Love pass up to Lorenz. Lorenz for 3, that will be no good. Connor Kraft trying to fly in there for the rebound, unable to come down with it.
And that will get them into the bonus.
So this could be huge here for these last 5 minutes and 18 seconds in the game.
Strandell is also a pretty good free throw shooter, but he did miss one earlier in this game.
Strandell's shot will go, so we'll get the second. And that second shot will be no good. Tyler Kraft coming up with the rebound. Kraft pushing the ball up the court. Looking for Hakeem. Hakeem back out to Kraft. Kraft pump fakes the 3, goes up for a drive. Little jump shot will not go. Rebound by Gravseth. And that'll be a deep pass to Barbeau. Barbeau with a nice little reverse underhand layup there. Huge play as it cuts the lead down to 2.
That was pretty. What a play by Barbeau.
Very pretty play there by Barbeau. It'll be Tyler Kraft now with the ball. Out to Emmett Kenny. Kenny for 3. That shot will not go. Lorenz comes up with the rebound. It'll be Love pushing the ball up the court. Love dribbling around, looks for Lorenz. Lorenz out to Barbeau. Tight defense there by Tyler Kraft, as it will go out to Strandell. Strandell back to Lorenz. Lorenz trying to spin his way around Hakeem. That'll be Gravseth faking the 3-pointer a little bit and drives in on Kraft. That shot will be no good. DeKaiser comes up with the rebound. Kaiser driving in, looking for a 2. And there will be a foul called. It will be a shooting foul, so DeKaiser will have 2 shots here.
Yeah, it looks like Strandell maybe pushed him in the back a little bit while he was shooting. And these fouls are going to play a huge role in these last 4 minutes.
DeKaiser's first free throw is good, extending the lead to 3 for the Deacons. As we'll see Matthew Holstein subbing in for Vuchiri Hakeem. And DeKaiser's second shot will go. So the lead now 4 for the Deacons. This will be Love looking for an opening over to Lorenz. And Lorenz will be called with a double dribble. So the Deacons will get the ball back, a huge play. See if the Deacons can tack on to their lead here.
Every turnover in the last 4 minutes is going to be pivotal, especially in this close game.
Yeah, and all those turnovers, just going along with the continued trend of momentum, all those turnovers just contribute to the momentum for either team, so that could be huge in keeping the energy up and the morale. So we'll see Love with the ball here, tightly guarded by Tyler Kraft. back out to Barbeau. Barbeau over to Strandell. Strandell trying to drive in. And the shot will not count.
But once again, they're in the bonus, so it'll be a 1-and-1.
And that foul will go on Matthew Holstein. Strandell's first shot will go, so we'll get the second one here. See if he can cut the lead down to 2. And that one will be good as well. Deacons now leading 47-45 over the Knights. Deacons looking to slow down the pace a bit here as will be Tyler Kraft driving in, but that shot will not count. That'll be a foul on the Knights. So the Knights getting kind of close to giving the Deacons the bonus here as they're only 2 fouls away from the Deacons being in the bonus.
Yeah, it just seems like both teams get more aggressive when you're close to the end of games, and that causes more fouls.
Kenny trying to drive in for a layup. That will not go. It'll be Love with the ball pushing it up. Kenny in his back pocket. That'll be Love shooting, but will not go, but he will get a foul. So we'll go to the line for another 2. The Deacons only 1 away from giving the Knights a double bonus here.
It looked like there were 3 guys in the area, and he was just able to find the open area and end up getting fouled.
And Love's first free throw will be good. Lead only now 1 point for the Deacons. We'll take the second one pretty quick, and that one will go as well. And the game is now tied up at 47. So Emmett Kenny slowing the pace here for the Deacons. And yeah, there we see it again, that change in lead or also a tie game, as we've seen so much so far this second half. First half was mostly the Deacons in the lead, but yeah, we've seen a lot of change in score here the second half. As that'll be Tyler Kraft for a deep 2, and that will be good. The Deacons take back their lead, only 2 points now, and the Deacons will take a timeout.
That is cold-blooded by Tyler Kraft. A step back, and then he swished.
Another reminder here, folks. Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathleticlub.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you are not one already. It's easy to become a member, and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. So we resume play here with just 2 minutes, 48 seconds left. Deacons only with a 2-point lead here, and the Knights will have the ball. Love pushing the ball up, passes it out to Lorenz. Lorenz over to Strandell. Strandell driving in, out to Barbeau. Barbeau driving in now. He looks to take a shot, and that will go. So the game tied up once again at 49. This will be to Kaiser taking the ball for the Deacons. Connor Kraft with a nice little screen. The Kaiser trying to drive in. He'll go up for 2. That one will be good. Deacons take back the 2-point lead.
Wow.
This will be Love over to Barbeau. Barbeau out to Strandell, out to Lorenz, then into Grafseth, but that ball will be bobbled. Grafseth will keep it in, but it'll go right to Tyler Kraft. So it'll be Connor Kraft and Braden Kaiser on a 2-man rush, but Kraft will go up and will get the foul. So Deacons only receiving 1 foul away from the bonus here. And that will be a shooting foul, so Connor Kraft will go to the line.
And inside 2 minutes to go, and we got a 2-point game. What a game it's been.
And Kraft's first shot will go. Deacons now at a 3-point lead.
And this is a big shot because it'll put him up by 2 possessions if he hits it.
And Kraft's second shot will be no good. Grafseth coming up with the rebound. So Love kind of with a mid-sized pace here. And that'll be Barbeau making the Kaiser miss. Barbeau up for 2. That will be no good. He gets his own rebound. Tries to go up again, but that'll be blocked by Connor Kraft. Connor Kraft once again all over the court.
Yeah, and Barbeau took the midi, but he had Love wide open in the corner to tie the game.
So that ball will go out of bounds on the Deacons. stays with the Knights. We have a stoppage in play here.
They might be discussing the call, maybe.
I will resume play here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that was about.
But
Oh, it looks like it might have been a shot clock thing. As Tyler Kraft will come with the ball, pass it over to Kenny. Kenny with the backwards layup. That will not go. DeKaiser with the rebound and put back will not go either. Here comes Matthew Holstein in for two. That will not go either. But there will be a foul called on the Knights, now putting the Deacons in the bonus. So it'll be Matthew Holstein taking the free throw.
I thought they fouled DeKaiser, and I think he's a little confused too.
Yeah, it looks like DeKaiser's kind of pointing to himself, wondering if he should be the one taking the shots here. As Holstein's first one will not go. Gravseth coming down with the rebound once again. We love pushing it up for the Knights. Lorenz trying to get open, but tight defense there by Tyler Kraft. Lorenz out to Strandell. Strandell over to Barbeau. Tight defense there by DeKaiser as well. As that pass will be for Gravseth. Looks like it was knocked away a little bit there by a Deacon defender. And a foul will be called here.
And that'll put them in the double. So they'll be shooting 2 free throws from here on out.
So the Knights here with 2 guaranteed free throws now. As that foul will go against Emmett Kenny.
And that's also his 4th, so 1 more, and I think he fouls out.
And just under a minute here left in play, in regulation at least. That first one will not go. Love still has 1 more.
This is a big free throw. If he hits this, then they would only need a layup.
This one will not go either. And there will be another foul called on the Deacons. I think that one went on Tyler Kraft.
I think he wanted a little bit of redemption after missing those 2.
So another 2 here for Love. That first one will go. Knights only 2 points behind the Deacons now. This second one will be good as well. This will be Tyler Kraft pushing the ball up for the Deacons. He'll pass it out to Kenny. And there will be a timeout taken by the Deacons here. Just 48.5 seconds left in the game. Deacons leading by 1. With the Deacons in the bonus and the Knights in the double bonus. What do you think they're kind of covering here in the huddle here after this timeout?
Well, I think for the Deacons, they need to preach aggressive defense, but not too aggressive to where they keep fouling. Because as you've seen, the free throws are really keeping the Knights in this game. They haven't really gotten anything going on offense. And for the Knights, they just got to get an open shot. The Deacons defense has been really strong these past 2 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And like you were kind of saying, a foul by the Deacons could really get them in a lot of trouble here. As if they foul the Knights here at any point, they give the Knights 2 free throws, so 2 guaranteed free throws, so they give them a chance to take the lead. So yeah, they got to play tight defense, but they also have to be very careful not to send any of the Knights to the line again. So the ball will stay with the Deacons here as they had the possession while the timeout was called. It'll be DeKaiser passing in. He'll pass it to Kraft over half court. Tyler Kraft taking a little slow out to Carter Jager. Carter Jager looking for someone. He'll find Tyler Kraft. Kraft down to Kenny. Or excuse me, that's Connor Kraft. Connor Kraft trying to drive. His shot will not go. Trying to fight for the rebound. As that will be a jump ball, and it will go to the Knights. So big play here as there's only 31.2 seconds left here in the half.
It looks like a timeout was called on the play.
Timeout was called by the Grand Forks Central Knights.
So they have 31.2 seconds, and the shot clock's 30 seconds. They could drain it all the way down and wait for the last shot, or they could just try to facilitate their offense, get it going, and score early.
Yeah, it's quite the choice they got to make here, because it's a really hard choice to make because the Deacons' defense has been very strong. So you don't know if you want to put all your chips in the pot right there and try to wait for that last shot, or if you want to give the ball back to their offense, which the Deacons' offense has also been very proficient. So kind of a double-edged sword here for the Knights to make the choice here.
And if you're the Knights, I think you put it in the hands of either Mason Love or Mason Grafseth. They've both been the best players today for the Grand Forks Central.
So it'll be Strandell out to Barbeau. Barbeau out to Lorenz. Lorenz drives in for 2, and that will be good. The Knights take the lead with 10 seconds left in the game here. The Kaiser with the ball now trying to drive in. Looks like a timeout will be taken here, I believe, by the Knights. And excuse me, now timeout will be taken by the Deacons.
What a play by Tyler Lorenz. It looked like the Deacons were playing very good defense, and then I think someone just slipped and fell, and then it gave them an open layup.
Yeah, wide open lane there for Tyler Lorenz, just to drive in for that easy little layup. And yeah, we're set for quite the finish here as the Deacons at the ball with the 7.9 seconds left, down 1. And let's not forget they're also in the bonus here. So a lot of factors going into these last 7.9 seconds here. No doubt going to be a very exciting couple seconds left.
It'll be very interesting to see what Coach Paper draws up here, because pretty much the Deacons have been very balanced today in their scoring, so it'll be interesting to see who takes the final shot.
So the Knights ready to take the court here. Deacons just breaking their huddle as we speak. And one thing that I think is definitely in Grand Forks' favor here is they have some of their, I believe it's their JV C-Squad team in the crowd to give the team a little energy, as the Deacons don't believe have any students in the crowd here cheering them on, so just a little energy. 5 seconds left here with Kenny as he drives. And we'll see what they call here. And Kenny will draw the foul. We'll get at least one shot here.
Well, this is huge because he has to hit the first shot. Now, they do have a timeout, so they could get a rebound and then call it right away. But he'd like to hit the first shot.
Yeah, it looks like the Knights were calling for a travel there, but refs discuss it and they will stay with their original decision. Kenny will stay at the line.
And it looks like Love just fouled out of the game.
Love was a huge player for the Knights, as he did a great job pushing the ball down the court, finding open lanes, passing the ball around. So, yeah, it doesn't look like Grand Forks is very happy with that call, but
that is a huge loss for Grand Forks Central.
So Kenny's free throw will be no good. And he will get a second one, as that looks like it was a shooting foul.
All right, well, this is big. Hit it for the tie.
Kenny will tie the game with just 2.5 seconds left. And a timeout is taken by the Knights here.
Wow, what a game it has been. We're tied with 2.5 seconds left.
Yeah, we're in for a heck of the last 2.5 seconds here, if anyone scores or if we're going to overtime. I think that's been a pretty common occurrence here in McCormick Gymnasium the past 2 and 3 years. We've seen a lot of games kind of come down to the wire last couple, within 30 seconds or even going to overtime. So guess that trend may continue tonight of the overtime, but only time can tell with these last, once again, 2.5 seconds.
And that's what's really fun about basketball, is it seems like a lot of games come down to the last 2 or 3 minutes. And it just depends on which team is playing the best at that time.
And especially in high school basketball, where a lot of times these teams are pretty evenly matched and both teams are really able to compete and keep themselves in the game. So, yeah, that's very common to see these games go down to the wire, like we were saying. This will be Lorenz passing it out. That'll be Barbeau, it looks like. Or excuse me, that'll be Walken. Walken's shot will be no good. So we will have overtime here in McCormick Gymnasium. The score tied at 53 here with no time left on the board. So yeah, we'll have an interesting overtime here. Won't have much of a break here. We'll just go straight into it.
Now, I did see that Emmett Kenny has 4 fouls, so one more and he's out. But already one of the players of the game so far, Mason Love, fouled out with just a few seconds left in regulation. So that'll loom large here in the 4-minute overtime period.
Yeah, and Emmett Kenny, he's kind of taken on a similar position as Love was, where they were really doing a good job of pushing the ball down the court and kind of starting up their offense, making passes, even taking some shots. So, yeah, if Emmett Kenny gets fouled out here for the Deacons, that'll be a huge loss to them as well. And it looks like it'll be Nick Verez taking the place of Mason Love.
The Deacons are lining up with Kraft, Kenny, Holstein, DeKaiser, and the other Kraft, obviously.
And once again, it'll be Connor Kraft and Mason Gravseth to take the jump for the Deacons and the Knights.
Gravseth, Barbeau, Strandell, Lorenz, and Nick Perez, like you said, yeah.
So Connor Kraft will win that tip ball. And Kraft outside the arc over to the Kaiser. Kaiser looking for a pass. He'll find Kenny streaking in. He'll pass it out to Tyler Kraft. That 3 will be no good. Deacons will come with the rebound. Kenny over to Connor Kraft. Kraft outside to DeKaiser. DeKaiser for 3! Huge 3-pointers. That gives the Deacons a 3-point lead here and breaks the tie early in overtime.
He's been in so many of those situations in the past few years, and he's been clutch in a lot of them.
Yeah, DeKaiser, a huge player of these last 2 or 3 years for the Deacons. As that will be, Veres passing the ball, will not connect and will go out of bounds, but it looks like it was tipped by a Deacon defender, so we'll stay with the Knights. It'll be Barbeau passing it in. Barbeau out to Verez. Verez trying to drive in. He'll go up for 2. That shot will not fall in. DeKaiser with the rebound. DeKaiser trying to push it up the court. Guarded tightly, and he will go up for the 2, extending the lead to 5 for the Deacons. And giving the Deacons a 5-0 run here early in overtime. Just under 3 minutes left in OT. That'll be Verez outside the arc with it, slowing down the pace a bit. Out to Strandell, then over to Barbeau. Barbeau down into Gravseth. Gravseth trying to drive, and his shot will not go. Nice rebound by Connor Kraft. And they will call that a jump ball, so it will stay with the Knights.
Yeah, that was a must-score possession for the Knights, and Strandell with great aggressiveness and hustle to force the jump ball.
And that was a good effort by Connor Kraft there to go in for it, and even took a little bit of an elbow to the face, so really staying in the fight and not giving up. This will be Barbeau, and there will be a foul called on DeKaiser, or no, excuse me. Looks like it will be on Connor Kraft.
And they're in the double bonus, so he will be shooting 2.
So Gravseth taking 2 shots here for the Knights. His first shot will not go, but still has 1 left. Deacons still leading by 5, just under 2.5 minutes left here in OT. Gravseth's second one will go, so the lead only 4 for the Deacons now. Holstein into Tyler Kraft. Tyler Kraft trying to find a lane. He'll drive a little bit over to Matthew Holstein. Holstein trying to pass it around. He gives it to Kaiser. Kaiser back over to Tyler Kraft. Kraft looking to drive. He'll give it over to Matthew Holstein for the 2-pointer, giving the Deacons a 6-point lead now.
Yeah, that's a huge play, and with almost 2 minutes left, they need 6 points. That's tough to come by, especially in this game.
It'll be Gravseth outside the arc. He'll pass it over to Barbeau. Barbeau trying to go around the screen set by Gravseth. Gravseth outside the arc, trying to drive in. He'll take a little step back. That shot will not go. It'll be Strandell coming up with the rebound over to Verez. And he'll lose the ball, and Tyler Kraft will get it. He'll pass up to Emmett Kenny. Kenny trying to drive. He'll lose the ball, but there will be a foul called. So Kenny will go to the line for at least 1 free throw. So the Deacons not quite in the double bonus here. We'll see if they will eventually get into the bonus with only 1:34 left. Kenny's first one will be good. So we'll get one more. The Deacons now leading by 7. And Kenny's second one is good. Deacon lead now 8. Minute 32 and counting left in overtime. This will be Nick Verez taking the ball up the court for the Knights. Looking for a screen. He'll pass it over to Lorenz. Lorenz over to Gravseth. Gravseth pulling up for 3. That will be no good. And DeKaiser will come up with the rebound. Tight press here by the Knights defense. As Tyler Kraft will make his way around. He'll lose the ball a little bit. They'll find DeKaiser. And
looks like a timeout called.
Timeout will be called.
Well, this is going to be a really tough deficit to come back from in about 67 seconds here.
Yeah, you don't see too many teams scoring 8 points in only a minute 7. Not impossible, but just unlikely and not very common.
You'll need a lot of three-pointers and a lot of fouls. That's for sure.
Yeah, they could still tie this game here with just 2 threes and a 2-pointer, so definitely not completely out of the game. Maybe a bit of a tough deficit to overcome, but.
And the other thing is you got to know, which players are in foul trouble. If you've got some of your starters in foul trouble, you can't really even foul currently, because then they'll be out of the game. So that'll be a huge thing for Central if they do make a couple buckets here in the last 67 seconds.
And we'll see how the Deacons will come out here. Likely just going to try and hold the ball for as long as they can. Kenny's going to move the ball around over to Tyler Kraft. Kraft continuing to dribble. He'll pass over to Carter Jagger and back over to Emma Kenny. Kenny's still with it. Connor Kraft trying to set a screen, but Kenny will pass out to Tyler Kraft. Tyler Kraft driving in. That shot will be no good. That'll be Strandell on the rebound. He's pushing it forward for the Knights. Out to Walken. Walken for 3. That'll be no good. That'll be Barbeau on the rebound. Looking for Gravseth. Gravseth out to Lorenz. Lorenz driving in, looking for a nice layup. And that will be good. Nice play there by Lorenz to one-hand the ball up for the layup. And it looks like another timeout will be taken.
You see right there, already, probably about 36 seconds were taken off in that, short little spurt. So it's still possible to come back, but there's not much time left for them.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to be very quick with the ball if they want to overcome this 6-point deficit now. Yeah, I mean, they could get a 3, steal the ball, and take another 3 and tie the game, but unlikely, but still possible. Game's not quite over yet.
It won't surprise me with the way these two defenses have played all game, but.
Yeah, we've seen times where they've just been kind of quick spurts of energy, then turnovers, then another turnover. So it's definitely possible based on what we've seen so far. And with some players like, for example, Tyler Renz outside the arc, who's made a couple clutch 3s. They definitely have the tools to come back here, but we'll just see how they play. So it will be Deacons' ball here. Looks like Braden DeKaiser will pass it in. And tight press here by the Knights. DeKaiser will find Carter Jagger. Jagger up to Emmett Kenny. Kenny trying to drive. He'll take a nice pass over to Connor Kraft. Kraft kind of going up for a dunk, but he will get the nice layup and, or the 2-pointer rather, and the nice and 1 to go with it.
Yeah, that's a clutch make there by Kraft, and that could be it right there.
And the Deacons now in the double bonus, not that it matters much with only 26.2 left in the game. Kraft's free throw will be good, completing the and 1 with 3-point play. So it'll be Lorenz now taking it up for the Knights. Lorenz looking for somewhere to go. He'll find Barbeau. Barbeau for a deep 3 in the face of Tyler Kraft, and that will not go. Kenny with the rebound. Kenny trying to slow things up for the Deacons here with just 10 seconds left. Kraft will pass over to Kenny. Kenny back to Kraft. Kraft back to Kenny. And Kenny will just hold the ball until time runs out. Your final score, the Deacons 65 and the Knights 56. So Ben, what are some takeaways here for both teams going forward for the rest of the season that they maybe need to improve on or keep doing, or what do you think?
Well, today our big question was who was going to be that third player that was going to show up and carry a lot of the scoring. And Connor Kraft played a huge role for Shanley today, defensively and offensively. He had a great game. And then Mason Love for the Knights had an awesome game, getting to the foul line and just being aggressive. Those are two highlights that I saw in this game, and these two teams can ride that momentum into their next game.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of highs, not just for the Knights, but for all teams. I mean, great offense, great defense, a lot of good pacing there, great shots. I mean, really all you can ask for when watching a basketball game. And for Ben Osley and our entire crew, I'm Andy Simon. The final score from Fargo, your Shanley Deacons 65 and Grand Forks Central Knights 56. To watch the archived version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com. The proceeding has been a presentation of Shanley TV.